first I'm just starting off with a sketch and just getting some reference points. You could use a ruler if you want. I could have two, but I didn't really want to. This is not something that I'm going to like save forever or sell. This is just something that I wanted to paint. I saw a picture and liked it and wanted to paint it, so that's what I came up with. I wanted to start off by saying this drawing or painting is a bit time consuming. It took longer than last week's. Last week was very easy. This one has a little bit of more challenge. I'm including in an email the reference photo so you can look at it, and the one that I painted, it doesn't look exactly like the photo. I kind of made it up using just my own imagination and using the colors that I thought would look best in it. It's always good to have something that's like a picture or real object and create a painting from it that's just interesting. I used some of the same colors or similar colors to what was in the reference picture, and I really couldn't get it as dark as in the reference picture. I could have if I kept layering more darker colors on top, but I'm kind of satisfied with the way it came out. I spent quite a few hours on it, but you don't have to spend that long on it, and you don't have to do it in one day. I mean, I know there's a lot of spare time for some of us, and if you have nothing to do, you can always go back to it and just let it dry naturally instead of using a hair dryer like in class to dry it off. Just do your first layer and come back to it after a couple hours or even a day later and continue on until you build it up how you want it.
Brothers, my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with ice. Cody's brothers, my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die.
When I started the paint, I used a time lapse, and then later on figured out that time lapse cut out too many gaps, and would have been better if I just had sped up the video. But I'm trying to show you with the time lapse that the different colors I used, so I slowed it down quite a bit. So I used like blues and browns and Payne's gray, of course, my favorite. Just you could use black if you like. I just like Payne's gray. And after I blocked in the colors, I let everything dry, and then as stuff was drying, I would add the darker colors to give it the contrast. You have your darkest darks and your lightest lights. They kind of help you envision how the middle tones will fit in.
These brothers, my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with Never gonna roll with ice. Ride or die, 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 ride or die. Fly, know that they ride or die. Cody's brothers, my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with ice. Cody's brothers, my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with ice. Ride or die, 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 ride or die. Cody's brothers, my guys, know that we fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta ride or die.
painting this, I didn't take too long. I just kind of put the colors in as quickly as possible, just to get some colors on the page. Didn't have to be exact, but I picked colors that were similar to what I saw in the reference.
Know that the ride or die.